everyone, this is Gail at Ladyfinger Sewing in Ole, Pennsylvania. Today I'm going to share with you how to cut out block number 31 from the Made and Found Quilt Along. Every week for 36 weeks there's a weekly block pattern that is free of charge for you to download and stitch, courtesy of the Made and Found Quilt Along, founded by Sarah Maxwell, and it features different Andover designers including myself. Today I'm going to share with you how to cut out the block, as I do every week, with a video on how to cut out the block, not with rotary cutter equipment, which is the way the pattern has been designed, but with the Accuquilt cutting system, because many of us choose to use that system whenever possible. All of the blocks are 9-inch finished, and they're all patchwork. There's also 6 bonus blocks that are released during the course of this series, and there are different setting directions that are also available for downloading. You can find all of the files for all of the blocks so far and the setting directions and the bonus blocks on the Made and Found Facebook page, as well as the Ladyfingers Accuquilt Go Club Facebook page and on the ladyfingersewing.com website. And then the weekly videos that I shoot on how to cut out all of these blocks are featured on the Ladyfingers Sewing YouTube channel. So be sure to subscribe to all 3 places so that you don't miss out on anything. There's a lot of camaraderie, a lot of sharing of fabric choices and setting ideas, so it's very inspirational and certainly a lot of fun, and best of all, it's all free. So let's get started. So like I said, this is a 9-inch block, and since it's a 9 patch, we will be using the shapes from a 6-inch cube, and that's just because of the math. So since this is a 9-inch finished block, it's really not too difficult to break down that there are 9 units. You can see 9 separate units, 5 there are little 4 patches, and then 4 units that are half square triangles. So if you add 3 plus 3 plus 3, that equals 9. So that tells us that this half square triangle unit finishes at 3 inches and that the squares finish at 1.5 inches, since 1.5 and 1.5 is 3. So that's how we know what sizes we need. Those shapes are found in the 6-inch cube. There's only 2 of them. So we'll start with the squares. And this shape is shape number 2 from the 6-inch cube. So these are just 4 1.5-inch finished squares on the die board. I've already chosen my fabric, and because of the amount that I need, I can actually pile up the fabrics that I need so that I can get all of the squares cut with just one cut through the machine, which is really nice. So we need 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 of the lighter squares for what I'll call the background color, which is the lightest color for me. And then we need 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 of the medium purple. So I have that all stacked up. I have 2 layers here and then another layer here, so that'll give me 8 squares and then 2 more on this side. Done the same thing with the light colored fabrics. I have 2 layers here to give me 8 squares and then 2 more with this piece here. So that's kind of neat. The next piece we need is, and I've already lined up the grain line and everything, and I'll show you that in greater detail on this one. The other die that we need is the larger half square triangle. This finishes at 3 inches. It is shape number 3 in the 6-inch cube. So you can see there's the half square triangles, the 2 triangles, and we need 4 of the darker purple and 4 of the lighter color, the lighter purple. So I have 2 layers of the light and 2 layers of the dark to give me 4 triangles of each color. Okay? The grain line. So we want the lengthwise grain to be running through the machine, so that would be this way. And since the selvage edge is still on this fabric, and I've tested this one, we know that that's the lengthwise grain, which doesn't stretch. So when you're lining up your grain line, remember, you want to line up your grain line with the shape on the die, not the edge of the die board. So keep that in mind. What matters is what you're cutting, not anything else about the die board itself, but the shapes that you're actually cutting out. So I'm going to put the mat on top of that. I already have the mat on the other die. The nice thing is we can actually feed 2 dies at the same time through the Go Big electric cutter, which is pretty cool. So we can actually cut out this entire block with one pass through the machine, which is pretty amazing. Okay. When you're taking your mat off of your die, make sure you give it a little rub, a little love, and then slide the mat off of your die board. Don't lift it. It just keeps things neater. And so we have all our large triangles, and then we have all of our squares cut just like that. I think that is awesome. Okay, so let's lay out our block. The first thing we're going to do is we'll make our large half square triangle units. So you'll go ahead and piece these together so they form a half square triangle unit like a square. So we have one here, we have one here, we have one here, and one more over here. Then we're going to make 5 4 patches. So we have the medium purple running diagonally through the block, and so that would be here. And then the same way in the corners. Okay. I hope that you are joining the Facebook group so that you can see what everyone is doing with these blocks. It's been very exciting to see the various color combinations. I think they're very inspiring. So if you can, try to post a picture of your blocks. And it's nice to get a second opinion. And it's just nice to hear all that lovely feedback as well. Here, do I have all this right, guys? I think so. Okay. So you're going to sew your 5 4 patches together. And you've already sewn your half square triangle units. And then you're essentially assembling a 9 patch. You're going to sew these 3 together, these 3 together, these 3 together, and then the 3 rows together, and you'll have your 9-inch finished block. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed watching this, and be sure to tune in every week. You'll find us on the Ladyfingers Sewing YouTube channel, so be sure to subscribe to that so that you'll get notifications when we post a new video. And there's lots more than just the Made and Found series on the Ladyfingers YouTube channel as well. Lots and lots of videos about all kinds of things. So I hope you'll tune in and shout out and say hi and like us. And we'll see you on Facebook as well. That's the Accuquilt, the Ladyfingers Accuquilt Go Club Facebook page, and of course the Made and Found Facebook page. All right, see you next week, and thank you for watching.